check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green salad glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. For check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Green salad glucometer, check it. For check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, for check it, for check it, check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Green salad glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack. Luxury perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
Obviously, we are smelling unique and we are also smelling classy. And that is what I want you to also know when it comes to Rack Perfumes. Shout out to Nana, who is the CEO of Rack Perfumes, always making us smell. You can also smell good anytime you're in Accra. Get in touch with them and see how best you can smell good. Smelling good is some feeling and you need it as well. Now, it is a Thursday evening here on Sammy Flex TV. This is Showbiz Daily. Now, Showbiz Daily assembles some of the most interesting topics in our industry, and we sit as men in the game, worker men in the game, and we talk about them from experience, from information, from research, and more. That is what we do here on Sammy Flex TV. So on this day, we invite you to be a part of it as I also introduce my team of panel members to you. Today, the nation's blogger is back on his seat, aka Kobe Josvan. Kobe Josvan has been telling us the meaning of Ejache, Abrewache, and of course, Roland Amate is also here. We are still warming up for the birthday celebration proper this weekend. And let me say shout outs to Empress Cooks. All the way in London, while landing it as well. Shout outs to Empress.
Has landed.
Yeah, she promised and she's delivered. Shout outs to Empress. I miss you though. And again, we are also ready to do so many things here on this platform. So join us on this and let's move on. Digital Rasta is called Currency doing our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Drop your commentary, be part of the reviews, and let's move together. Now, Vybz Kartel is out of jail after almost 13 years. The gentleman has finally seen freedom, and when he came out, one very important message that he shared with the audience or the fans who came to meet him at prison is what I want us to concentrate on in our first topic. I know when it comes to people like him, many youth, they look up to them, and as it stands now, some people even think they are living some style. Yeah, you know, when they are far, they think, hey, Charlie, with the gangster. But in his comeback, he's telling them a message, and this message, I think we need to trumpet this message. We need to project this message so that everybody who thinks that is the way out will know that it is not. I'm not sure he is a happy man for his freedom being taken away from him for 13 years. No, he will never be a happy man. No matter how he will be living there, he will never be a happy man, because this is a world recognized musician who was supposed to be cashing in for all this 30 years should have been making money. But 30 years gone down the drain like that. Today, I'm sure he's weak, health-wise, not too strong, and this message is for you. Let's get this. I'll be right back.
Tell you them to stay out of crime, virgin. You know worth it. We waste your life and we waste your time, brother. Tell you them to stay out of crime, virgin. You know worth it. We waste your life and we waste your time, brother.
So the message was clear. Tell the youth to stay away from crime. It is not worth it. It's a waste of time, my brother. My brother. Yes, if you go to Fantiland, they also say brother.
My brother.
So I'm sure the Fantis and the Jamaicans, they are one people.
My brother.
Because these people who say brother, they also say brother. That is the message from Vybz Kartel. How do we project this message? How do we interpret this message to the youth them?
Well, it's as simple as it is, and yes, it's Okoto free. Suasi Bekajo so then Chemewu in Chini. And this is somebody that is coming from the final part of what the lifestyle you are living is going to land you, which is jail. And the worst of it is for you to lose your life, but the final part of the lifestyle, that particular crime lifestyle that you probably believe in, the final part of it is jail, and he is the one coming from there, and he's telling you that, Charlie, it is not worth it, neither is it. It is just a waste of life and a waste of time. Yes, as much as if we heard stories or rumors that yes, he was okay in jail. He was a bit okay compared to the normal prisoner or the normal jailer in there. Even with that, his conditions and everything was still not the best. And if people of his caliber self couldn't have good conditions even whilst in jail, then how much more what? Said you be anyway, I will catch you say, oh, maybe I may support you, and maybe I will jail here. They will be paying you visits, or that a special visit, one that will even help you to improve on your health or even your diet or whatever. Because when you look at the conditions in jail, none of them are pleasant.
True. Even
the most advanced countries, people think that okay, they have the best of jail self. You will still go, and the kind of stories that you will definitely hear from those places are things that you may not like. So the message is as simple as he is delivering it, and this one, there is no better explanation to what he is saying. Stay out of crime. And you know, like you rightfully said, like conception them about a certain lifestyle that they live. Of course, it is sometimes a misinterpretation of the way they carry themselves. You understand? Of which it gives certain people a certain kind of signal. Especially people that will just take things on a surface value and run to market with it. When they hear these people say, oh, me shoot police, me do this, me do that. Yes, me do this, me do that. They take it literally, and they want to do this. Yes, they want to do this, do that. You do this, do that. You will go, and probably he is back.
You will go to jail.
He is back, but he may not come back. That is the situation. So yes, the people that especially would want to take things literal or take things on a surface level and go to market with it, the message is as simple as it is, Charlie. Yes, you may be probably enjoying the crime lifestyle. There are people that are into crime and they are actually enjoying it. You may be enjoying it, but the thing is that when the law catches up with you, or you find yourself in a certain situation, Charlie, it is not worth that particular time. And him per all the stories that we read from the beginning of his trial till now, he's always maintained his stance of innocence. And even with that self, look at the number of years, over a decade, wasting in jail. Very, very unproductive, of which, if he was outside, yes, in prison, we were hearing, no, he was recording songs, he was doing this, but it can never be compared to your freedom taken away from, like you having your freedom.
Yeah.
It can never be compared to you having your freedom. You can just imagine the kind of tours, the kind of collaborations, the kind of businesses he would have been doing for the past decade that he was still in there, compared to his peers that even had their freedom. So yeah, the message is as simple as that. You are involved in crime. Perhaps if you look up to him and he's your idol and he's your role model, the message is simple: stay out of crime, because when you find yourself on the wrong side, even when you are enjoying the crime, you may not like it, and it will just be a waste of your life and your time, of which you may not get it back again.
Well, nice beginning. And once again, we are trumpeting this: crime is not the way out. When you listen to many reggae songs, they will still tell you crime is not the way out. Kobe Josman will take up the next commentary.
Sammy, the message is simple, but it's very deep.
Fact.
After watching Vybz Kartel's video, I felt very bad. I became too emotional, and I said to myself, even Vybz Kartel, the caliber, the stature, the reputation, and
I love that.
This is how we see him.
Yes.
Imagine an innocent guy. Only camophobia. It is. Yeah. Because what shit? Yes, I mean
to court, landing
up
here,
and down.
like hey.
They keep moving him up and down.
Please, what mean say why hard? What show me man say now? You can see say no, man is not him. He just pretend say no. He is him. Like this is the Vybz Kartel. He still have the energy to control himself, but Sammy, that is not the person that we know. And the message is clear: stay out of crime. It is just a waste of time, and you don't want it. And this one should be a lesson to not only people following people, but individual, persons. Whatever that you are doing, being it positive or negative, you will pay or you account for it. So you think you're on social media, you mess up, you form an alliance with people, be doing all sort of things, until you're being caught, you realize that whatever crime that you've done, you will surely pay for it. Vybz Kartel, hopefully because of his stature and the caliber, was able to contract lawyers and other stuff for up and down. Even that one crime for a decade plus. So imagine you have no money, you don't have anybody to support you to even push that agenda. And let me tell you, you might be very innocent, but a kind of statement that you make out there can turn your innocence to be a guilty person. And it happens so many times. There are many instances where we see people say so many things.
Preach.
They threaten people.
Preach.
I will do this to you, I will harm you, I will kill you. And along the line, no be actually, you said it. And at that moment, what you saying? By the time then to prove your innocence, whatever that you said was just a mere thing, you had no bad intention towards it. Not that time you drag you. Like, if you're that time, because I know people now, if they go jail 5 years, they couldn't survive. He was lucky enough, at least he survived. What of those people that couldn't survive? It was a waste of time. Imagine Vybz Kartel these 10 years doing music, the collaborations, the link up, the connect, the money, the cash out. Right now, it is so obi wa bobra. Now I show phone. Now I feel about the yede or about the share abrabasi. Now I know people who say he still have life, so there are so many opportunities for him. We can't still predict, because looking at his health condition, we can't even predict what tomorrow has for him. So whatever it is, and whatever that you're doing out there, my advice is, it shouldn't be just a normal advice to those people hustling on the streets, but really, be careful of some of the things that you do, because jail is a waste of time and it's a waste of life.
Wow. Solid opening. And this is where I want all the youth man them to watch. Everybody needs this first opening of today's show. It is very advising, and I want everybody to pick a thing or two. Charlie, freedom, eh? Earlier, when I spoke about this, I was using my Accra City Hotel example.
The COVID time.
That anytime someone talks about prison and cell, that's the only thing I remember. Because that one self, if I see the stress,
where they go through,
the trauma that we were going there,
you hear an ambulance enter.
That one, we were sleeping in air conditioning room. We had access to internet 24/7.
3 times.
In fact, they were bringing me alcohol crowd to drink in addition because I was Sammy flex. Yes, they were bringing me food morning with fruit. Like you were living life. Hey, even that. I say, Yabo. Charlie, nobody should try jail or prison. Let's try. In fact, we should even pray that sometimes our innocence doesn't put us there, because there are innocent people there.
Of course.
So beyond even committing a crime, your innocence should not even take you to jail, and you should pray against that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. In another legal related story, Mzbel is a Ghanaian musician, socialite, and entrepreneur, and she's saying something. Mzbel thinks that when you come to Ghana, online bullying or cyber bullying, as some people call it, seems to have no solution, and everybody at all is likely to abuse you online. Mzbel has been talking. I want us to watch the video in this interview with Nana Romeo. When I come back, I pick views, directions, comments, advice on what she's talking about, and even if there is a way out. Let's watch Mzbel. I'll be right back.
Onsiu obiada obia no nya sema oni mbre wo huntia emsa ma wo no wa beye eyi a as obia person riding on you on shadan take but so far onsiu obiada obia no nya sema oni mbre wo huntia emsa ma wo no wa beye eyi a as obia person riding on you on shadan take you obia on seriously ma. Am
I taking a couple of people on, but they are in the public.
Okay.
And those people need they've never ever tried say Ombeka Sembia any Ukraine family. They always want to be sure first.
Okay.
But
they are bloggers and
but we are journalists. Some of my Canadian journalists.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no we no result.
Many result. But I am fan to Abontin because of the nature of Asem Chrono.
Okay.
But they are Canadian. Me be church more social media. Na me jam manaka. No. I don't know.
Ebiem yesi Ghana ya abuse social media no dodo. Obia ya mo betena social media so now aberantia no ko. Obia ya do you also see say ya abuse social media? Terminalness no is too much on social. Do you see them?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are on our side. Me know more about Nigeria and other countries, but here in Ghana no. The men who so far me experience, and I feel say some people take advantage of social media to do maybe fata. We abuse it. We abuse on social media and we actually
who abuse no?
Yeah.
They need bit my social media abuse no.
Just say rabbit to was say we maybe say was social media rani ubedi na ye enforce na ye bon hu de ro bebre. Otherwise obi sorry no for phone officer until be say so be did not them so ye penny so ye chichuni so ye whoever, they don't care.
Okay.
Everybody is a blogger now because they have data and they have a phone. But I don't think says I was say but obia samba now to obia sama share no cray woman ni enti e ba na sa answer na wafa phone. But they said that kwa so obia nya bibia obekante no. Social media has become like a weapon. But media you should say obi in seconds.
Well, we got that message clear from Mzbel, the evergreen Mzbel. Just you were saying something similar in your earlier presentation or submission, according to what Mzbel is also saying. In Ghana, our police service has a cybercrime unit.
Yeah.
So what Mzbel is saying, making it look like it is a free world, and when you mess up there, nothing will happen to you. Is that the case? And again, to those who don't know how to handle some of these attacks, is there any practical advice that we can give to them that if someone does this, do that, do that? Is there anything like that? that you can say?
Yeah, sure. I think first of all we need to understand cyber bullying and these kind of social media issues now. There were so many effects on celeb, and some of us or some of these people now they get themselves involved. They think it is just an online something, so let me just do my thing and go. I mean, it has so many effects which may affect that celebrity in question. One, it can bring this psychological issue because imagine going or you wake up early in the morning and you on your phone and going through social media. There's a lot of misinformation about you. People are trying to frame something of which it is not true. I mean, you never be okay, and when it happens like this too, it affects your physical being. What you say? Aside that, it can also affect your career. Imagine say you are an artist and someone come out say wako repeal now let's consider ambassadorial deals, partnership, record labels, that kind of stuff. No, any corporate business partner I want to deal with someone signing in quotes is not tagged with that person. So when that thing is attached to you, one way or the other, you are being deprived from your own opportunities that you need to benefit. And these are some of the things now. Some of the people online, they just think it is not. It is something that it is for fun, but they do. Aside of that, let me talk about idea the Ghana Police Service need to do.
Okay.
I think the cyber bullying, a crime scene, crime unit or more, but we need to strengthen certain things. The education have to be more. There are a lot of people that they are there, but they don't even know we have something called a crime unit there. When you get yourself into that kind of so education is low, and aside the education, there should be anti-crime, that kind of stuff. No, a unit, a body aside that crime destiny. There should be another agency that can equally handle that, and also will enhance more, because Ghana Police Service, in as much as
we can put those people under national security or something.
Sure. In as much as Ghana Police, they have a role to play. Their responsibilities are many, and sometimes and adding that kind of celebrities, that kind of pressure on them. And the police will always make a move when there is local field.
Don't let us even look at only celebrities as the people who suffer from.
So let me make it general. So everybody from all departments, even from the field.
That girl who the guys went to play Ghana.
Yes, the same thing. So you can just imagine.
Boys, have they been arrested?
No.
What the fuck?
No. And these are some of the things that can't happen, but no one will make a move. Even the cyber unit people that we're talking about. Just say Obi Akoya Adetese Shatawale case when a pastor comes Obi there was no an agency to think whatever the pastor said one way or the other too can cause emotional trauma to the person that you kind of wants them. But the next moment when that same person came out and said you're shooting, now there was a move. So what are we doing to correct some of these errors? Because I don't know what are some of the things now and also film. So I think moving forward if all measures are to be put in place on the side of the affected victims, counseling will be the best, the essence of a counselor. Most of us we don't even value the role or the importance of a counselor. We see them say they are just sitting on radio, doing nothing, just talking. But these people are experts in some of these fields. We have relationship, we have personal, all sectors we have these people there who are specialized there. Now they can advise us, coach us, lead us in certain things one way or the other, and they will help us to calm down with issues. Because space a lot of talent be why? Because we make an attempt you can't sing a tornado and a killing one time. It is not talent only. All sectors obi adwuma obi an alcoholic making statements be okay ofilise no ade nipa na kan no ahano. It's because of that it's a human being. So what are we doing to improve all these issues? And I think if we all work hand in hand it should be a collaborative effort. It shouldn't be one-sided, because even if the cyber unit people are working extremely hard to improve things, and we the end users now, the receivers now, are not making a step towards it, at the end of the day we will never achieve any value on that. But until we all come together, see the essence and the importance of it, and trust me, we will equally fight this thing. And obedience in Huno, Yaman running na really anka sample to push that agenda nimpono. Say your two be you better first. And about Sansan Nitani and catch us a bad agenda say Nana Romeo is one of the best. No, that's no the Obisa question. No, so let me put the question aside. There were so many occasions that Nana Romeo has used his platform to bash musicians. Only on shadow fact there is my opinion. What I say. So you think it is your opinion, but one way or the other too, you are affecting someone's brand. But you know what say no Juma. But society plan about so I can say our people are emotional. Baby we know we are dino. Me sure say but to say wakonya what trans you bia dane na obetena na can say me emotional so our food. So let us all respect each other. You say ade obi ye obi enye ne de no ye bi ye ya enye ye de no mema ye find you obi se nya ye koso a on tena ho push that agenda na onimpo pia ho no.
Dope. All right, let me go on to Roland Amate to also come clear on cyberbullying. Mzbel, in fact, Mzbel there, she has suffered cyberbullying
and physical one.
Like Mzbel.
Obre.
Odi. Nana odi guzodi yano. Hi. Oh, Charlie. What is the way out?
No, from the physical to the internet.
Charlie, my bread.
Baby, physical, spiritual, and online.
I know, right?
Well, for the cyberbullying conversation, it's a huge conversation. I mean, not only a problem in Ghana, but also worldwide. Because of the complex nature of the whole conversation is the reason why some countries, like in our space here, sometimes we find it difficult to even help minimize it or even deal with it. Unfortunately, a certain mindset or the fact that there is not enough education in certain areas is also a contributing factor. The mindset had to do with the fact that the security agencies or people that are supposed to enforce the even existing laws in terms of defamation, in terms of people going at others like inappropriately and all that online, are just waiting for ones that has the bars for them to just come and tap in for people to know they are working. That is the first one. The second one has to do with the education. So many people are ignorant about the fact that certain things that they say or they do could even land them in jail, especially when it comes to online. We've been to the police station or sometimes spoken to certain legal practitioners for them to even tell you that, Charlie, some people are in jail because of internet. Some people are in jail because of certain things they told people on the internet. The other day I was shocked with someone. I hear sometimes comments. Yes, comments. Most comments have put them in jail. Yeah. And these are things that so many people still don't know. Which is why you go on the space or you go on certain platforms, and those platforms has been the norm there is for people to be dragged. The norm there is for people for people to run others' reputation in the mud. That is the norm. That is Twitter there. It's a different word. Yeah, it's a different word. Which word? Which word? Twitter is a different word. And then Nipa they type it. Nipa no more info more to and more your friends say. You see, it is that mentality. We the people that are supposed to enforce certain existing laws. It is not as if the laws are not there. Creating new laws won't do anything. No. If the existing ones that are supposed to be enforced are not enforced, creating new ones will still not even come to minimize the effect of cyberbullying. Creating new ones won't be the problem, because as far as we are concerned, there are so many laws. See, we may be ignorant of the laws that are there, but they are there. Forget. For our corner here. just find yourself at that side. They can just dust a law like this and use it for you. Me say they will just interpret it to suit you, simple, and you are done. And unfortunately, that is the situation that we are in. The cyber crime unit of the security agencies there, they are there. Most of the people that they are more concerned about are the Sakawa people, because the cyber crime unit, they are there catching fraud, romance scam, and Sakawa people. That is scammers. That is what they are doing. That is where they spend most of their times. Yes, we know those ones are also crime, but if we are to consider certain abuse that people are getting, and domestic violence and victim support unit, I don't see women in that particular institution. I don't see any word like written about women, like women in their name, domestic violence and victim support unit. Yet most of their operations are all abuse towards women and children. Asa ya Canada ye nkokoma omuhu flatelo. Exactly. Exactly. And those who, you see, violence or abuse in any set or form is responsibility. It's part of their responsibility. But of course, we live in a country where in certain cases they need a complainant. In certain cases they can still act. Where there is no clear cut of, okay, this one we need a complainant, this one we don't. Because as far as we are concerned, there are so many people that have professed, like they've talked about certain crimes that they've committed and whatever, and they go scot-free. Teacher, you can say, "Well, real big boy." I'm a fan.
The last time I checked, I think he has been remanded.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because why? Celebrities are better one say, "We are better. Oh yeah, we should pick him up. Oh, we should pick him up. Hype. We are better." You understand? So it is one of those things. Ebiane say we bisa say, "Sa girl here, one boy see kodaya." The video about
stylish.
Exactly.
I think that's the name.
You see now. If nothing happens to this particular situation because celebrity Bianca see and got you and a hype papa be any because it is Obianca now it is possible even their peers will think it is normal. Will think, oh, I can just sleep with somebody, record and just post it.
And it will be fine.
Or I can use it to even tension somebody, blackmail the person, because apparently that is the story that the girl was even saying. And all these things are crimes. All these things are things that are not supposed to be done. So yeah, it's for cyberbullying and all of that. It is a very complex situation of which I believe, yes, as much as Mzbel is calling for laws to be made in order to curb some of these things or minimize it. I also believe that there are existing laws. There are laws that already exist, of which are not being enforced. Right. If the little one that even exists are enforced, and education is being made available to certain ignorant people in the space, it will help than creating existing laws, creating more laws to the existing ones.
Well, beautiful advice, direction, and knowledge shared on the cyberbullying and its related issues. Remember, if someone bullies you online, there is a department in the Ghana police that can take care of it. Just get your evidences right, and I know when you get there, the other questions that will come, if you're able to provide, they will take action. Many people don't know. Today, we are telling you Ghana Cybercrime Unit at the police station is an effective one. Try them, use them, and fight for justice for yourself from abuse. Kwabena is also talking. This is a social topic. Another social topic. Kwabena thinks that, you see, there are so many young people who are into scamming, into Yahoo, into fraud and all those things. Kwabena says he knows why they are doing it. Kwabena says he knows why. I'm not too sure if he's done it before, but he's so sure he knows why those young people are doing the Yahoo, the scamming, and the internet fraud thing. He told once again Anna Romeo in this interview on Accra FM. Let's listen. And when I come back, I ask, did he get the right answers for why these young people are doing what they are doing? Let's watch it. I'll be right back.
When the Kokobobi ever bought Timamufo, na a public alerts about it. And bra, Omani Kokobobi ever bought Timamufo, na a public alerts about online blackmail, sextortion, and they can't count. Yes, say cases no rise in Ghana. Say a man for ebu a man for fast or online. Me do me ware no mu ji a man for sike. Yes, say a doso Ghana Kwabena. Tumabu for kakra was a day we huna. Say scam this anomano. Yes, say is growing among the Ghanaian youth too much.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunate, Nana, very unfortunate, but a Germany ho. But then people still need to survive, and so when we say social media space, no, any social media, no, and in Yama, ya allow say a bit me a warrior airwaves, Ministry of Communication, and Yama ya allow, no, and in Ama a mebruno, it was our pressure. Ocean Yama, you did to social media. The things young people flaunt. Obisi swa niya or person 22 years or person Range Rover, or person 3 Benz, or person or sit down or person any ama kesi. You know, ama yakon kakran any hobby.
Yes.
On the amateur. And that's the saying social mususwa. Yenu anu may ebi mo ho oboa. You know, ama young boys need a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So what's in American I say to be able to live the big life, and then I'm a son, I'm a name away in
the amount of pressure, no. Yeah.
Pressure no does.
Serious, sometimes to say, Ukra clean her old sister. I would nick up into a bill.
And Yama person you will reas no social media and sa Yama person you does. And Tinana just say, I say, Papa Bibim.
Madam.
Did he get the point right? And bro, maybe you have to start this one. Or say pressure, no girls, no. Say more say no more black, because girls no empemo.
Girls no empemo, dear girls.
I say girls no pen. You mean mama mo or someone sumuko remu. Na mo sumuko ye ne manya benzi bi ni range bi na mututubi. Nah, with me, girls, Evie. Did he get a point?
Of course, I agree with him to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because yes, the basic human instincts is survival, and if you should push somebody to a certain limit, of course, it's as simple as that. The economic situation sometimes determine the kind of crime that erupts, and it is all about certain perception again in the space and certain things that some people are seeing. You know, the rise of even a habit like galamsey is not just because people want to find gold, but it is because people have now been able to quote and unquote normalize it for it to be the new way of business. So somebody that can't find his left from his right, push it, acquire and call buy a man, would definitely, the moment he sees his brother, push room 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or beba when you see kasi tam, okoye the same koye gala. The next trip and it is like that. It will shock you the number of your friends saying youth that are involved in this romance campaign in the country, and it is not only Ghanaians who there's some of the scarier parts has to do with even other nationals coming in the country because it is conducive. It has a very form of open market of which they can come here to operate, because there are certain countries that are flagged. So the moment you do some of these things there, you are, because those countries are already flagged and marked as one of the top countries who involved in those crimes, they tend to migrate to certain countries that are calm, like let's say Ghana and other countries, to apply those kind of crimes there. And when they enter into your space like that, of course, cultural infiltration, they will just influence even your people that probably may be innocent about some of these things. So yeah, the economic hardship is also a contributing factor, and also the insatiable taste of the youth currently is also a factor here. What he's saying is true. Charlie, you will be in the same space or the same hood with your peer. Your peer.
The next morning you see him now.
Charlie, I said what your brand born moonwalk.
Okadahi now so dying.
I said what your brand who come reverse angle. I said what 2024 who go 2003. And sometimes people who are also moved by certain peer pressure of that nature, they always fall victims to some of these lifestyle, and definitely would want to indulge in some of these things so that almost haunted. And in that sense, some of these crimes and things that are almost becoming a norm in the space would definitely be on the rise. So to some extent I agree with him, but also the way technology is also going and the way people are also getting themselves abreast with it there. If our security agencies or the people that are also supposed to help minimize or curb some of these things are also not up to the task, they be other confronting the now police need the chill. Sana they be there won't be anywhere your friend says police and security agents basically after they are proactive. Obia starti bibi ejina ho twen no ba ne ache no they be a bear confront na kofe na fe answer ye beta no the chase, and it will always do the chase, always be like that. So yeah, I agree with him to some extent.
Kobe, Kwabena is telling us why there seems to be fraud, crime here in Ghana, and he's listed some of the pointers.
Okay.
Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Well, some of the things that he mentioned, I mean, it's quite obvious that they are all true, but that should be an yardstick. Say we can say you might know, and I say unemployment t okwakoye BBM feta, and all can say a hunchre ne say nima. Rasa me nyina hunchre yo. Say no, including Nipana you look up to. Obia or target or person with you. Unless maybe BBC when this or person will achieve it.
Thank you.
So BBC when this or person will achieve it, you have a vision, a dreamer, or person who in fact you are chasing to get there. But you all decide say we will go on a legit way. So you can say be a police for any more to be able to the and you never to do. But that shouldn't be the case. In as much as unemployment is a problem in the country. My brother, my sister, you can still go out there and get something doing. But I mean, the issue is not only about unemployment. The issue is about the youth not changing their mind to accept certain conditions and trying to be a problem solver. That's a problem. So, and I would be here, learn how to solve problem, and that is all. Sisi youth ni na person obotai. I don't know just no I'm successful, like they just want to see themselves in looking posh, I mean driving expensive car, living in a
society says those people.
That is it. It is good though. But that's I mean
society says those are the people living upright. So
yes,
exactly.
And that is the kind of mindset any agenda ye piansa man abeyesa. Right now when you say about I mean obia target success say wo de wan toka wan si dan etimis wan bobra
anga obode
anebia say wo ka baako wasi dan baako want to mean see dan be 3 etimis wan bobra, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean success so be any the way orienting is success. So that is one thing that we need to understand, and if we understand some of these basic things and logic things, I think say we will stop the unnecessary comparisons now sometimes you make, you know. Obineda Yanesen person because school na me talk car. To him, he'll be able to secure a car and build and take care of Nemame or the family. He see that thing to be success, and that is fact. Obinzo person or person or CEO. One thing that we should realize and understand, yen na yen to me yet to say despite to. Ababone yen did this one. The same way despite is also working hard. No, despite can't be like Dangote. Rants. There is a person to that potential shanase. runs. But irrespective of your space, measure your strength and be able to what? Hammer more on your strength. So as at the end of the day, you'll be able to overcome your weakness. I always go with this analysis. The SWOT.
Your strength.
Your strength, weakness, opportunity,
and threats.
Yes. So now pay attention to the strength. In the course of paying attention to your strength, you'll be able to what? Overcome your weakness. When you balance, so now you are turning some of your weakness as your strength. In the course of, paying more attention to your strength, now there'll be more opportunities. Now the threats now is served to be a barrier. They all tend to be opportunity, and you start winning. So how many of us are able to do that? We all want to look posh, create wrong impression, and we want social media to buy pressure on you. Then Vybz Kartel afutu no kan quote you. Because because and this social media sikasa na better to say sekan any two. And the next moment you go and shoot someone because you want to go and take money that is not for you. So first of all, let's change our mindset. Nienti ni maybe asese no until yankasa no you be correct your own maybe no. It will still be like this. And with that said, men will always want to change these big girls. My Sammy, Ubia won sober. That is one thing. It will taste. It will taste. We bottom never will taste. Minia, we both market here 1,000 Ghana cedis. The other 5,000 akoto. Azura. Now so the 1,000 akoto a combedo. It's a same level. It's a premier mean that they are some never brown. And then I don't pressure never brown. Ubaka could be some funny at all. It's some person who premier near Penhusika. Now, yeah, but someone Husika and you want to create this wrong impression, then you know the consequences. And whatever that you do, you obey it and you pay it at the due time.
Well, this is a clean advice to young people. Don't be pressured. Don't allow the women to pressure you. Women in the occasion, they are moving on to the next available train. They are gone. So make sure that you are safe. At least long-term planning into the future would help. And that is what Kwabena is telling you guys to avoid. Now, let's do our very last story. And this is coming from the late Nigerian singer, showbiz person, Oyeka Onwenu. Information is that she died after a performance not long ago, after a birthday performance. Right after the performance, I hear she died. And unfortunately, we want to wish her team well and herself and the family as well. Meanwhile, while she was alive, she said something. They say the tank does not get rotten. And indeed, if what I'm watching is anything to go by, then that proverb is deep. She said it while she was living. But even in her death today, the message in there is still golden. The message in there is still golden. Let's listen to that, and after that, we hold our body with that one before we will say goodbye to today's show.
When you see some of us whose names
about how you guys would sign your deals, so you guys will be safe when the business is not going your way. Let's listen to her. I'll be right back.
When you see some of us whose names or you read about, you see, when you see some of us whose names or you read about, you see on TV, you listen to our music, you automatically think that because we are famous, we are very rich. And we are rich. But quite often, you're not seeing it. I know that throughout my career, I've had to have 3 other things that I am doing. And quite often, it is from those endeavors that you make the money that you now use to put in your music. I remember that in the 80s, we were in a tough economic situation in Nigeria. Foreign companies, it's not today it started, foreign companies were actually leaving. They were divesting and they were leaving We used to have Polygram, remember? We used to have CBS, remember? We used to have EMI, remember? These are international music recording companies, and they were fully represented in Nigeria, but they began to go. Some of us took the decision to register our own recording companies, finance our own music in every way, shape, and form. When you have, I can tell you, remember the song One Love? Can I tell you I didn't make a kobo out of it? Yes, that's the truth. Because nobody was giving it to me. It made money, but it was making money for other people. I know people who built houses based on what they made out of. That was a monster hit. Yeah. They were building houses. I will take your questions. Just hear me out, because I know that the facts I'm giving you, you had no idea. You can go along the line. You can ask many other musicians, how many, this song that you made, okay, take somebody, he has passed away now, Sweet Mother. Yeah. Ask his family how much money they made from that monster international hit. Not much. Because nobody was representing them. And so anybody can pick up that music, re-record it, use it anyhow, and make money out of it. And they get nothing.
Well, we are wrapping up. Komi, this is a serious advice.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't know how we can push this to, especially young talent and even some established talent who are still not sure of what they are doing with their talent and their craft. What can we tell them?
So I want to hit on some factors.
Okay.
Reason a bit me and I'm so I'm this problem also. One can be copyright issue. It can be say be a enjoyment not to it, but we need copyright to the song. And that one can also be a factor. And most of the people now always space we see them do all this job nina, but maybe a copyright na kasano. And the record label, the meaning say you bet you that record no ekano on our own masters.
Yeah.
So in a situation like this, if you are not able to, have a better deal, at the end of the day, you better send John I hate it, Sikaniba, but the other one can no be and this has been the same story for many people in the space, but because of hypocrisy, any in quote showbiz into one. Into one say no, he's looking nice, he's looking good, driving, going up and down. But a Jumani no.
Looking good in videos.
Yes. Classic videos
like a sex.
Yes. And they will use this that standard videos, but over reality, nothing they come out of it. And another thing can be contract and agreements. Most of the contracts most of them are poor. Negotiation no papa. The percentage and to me but because of say in quotes I want to be international, and this record labels
belong.
Yes, these record labels when you are signed to them, of course they have a role to play. They will project you to a mileage that you want to get, but remember say it is money and I'm pumping in. Then the number of money that they are pumping in after reaping whatever money from whatever project that you what at the end of the day you are able to do now they have to take their principal and now think of the interest and the interest it will still depend on your deal the percentage any kind of another thing can be a distribution issue. Most of these songs street but only proper distribution district as it stands now, most people say no. So let me try and sign to a distribution label like Dito or maybe DistroKid so as to distribute to and jump point hitting point between your coins. The only say let me release the song, most especially the up and coming fast rising artists. Let me release, get a blogger who is famous, our numbers. No uploading one. So now, after uploading the music or the MP3 on that blogger's website or blog, Sikebi Obebiano, Nene di Obeyama say, Obama Kofu de be attending, but as he said, the numbers no bigger than The final one that I want to talk about is royalties. I mean, we know over Ghana, corrupt royalty system can be a problem. Gambro is a clear example, and I know, and yes, it's a clear example because Obi has been done for almost a decade and a half. And Nisika, then what are they doing?
Oh, recently they started paying. I don't know if you came across.
That's I mean, now Obia in June 15 years, now Nisika 300 million there.
Yeah, 120.
Yes.
One of these popular musicians.
Into Obi said, say even Shatawal and Punya 300 million, and the minimum patapa one convenience. So these are some of the factors, Nina. But how do we solve this problem? The problem is even those people representing all these agencies, Nina, because of said they always want to find a way to dupe and corrupt and chop people's money. They will never, agree and even get the right people on board so as they can solve this issue. It is a solve a problem. No. We see that person to be the corrupt person, and now the corrupt people on board will now form an alliance to fight against these people. But what I'm trying to say is, internet is now the new thing. In as much as you want to pursue any career, try and research, read about it. There are so many experts. Who you don't understand? Get someone who have the expertise in that field. No. The reason why a lot of people don't want to bring people on board because of selfish interest. Because when himself or the nipa ba na nipa be kire na adwene na bibi piema nipa be hu obepe kakrama no nti me mfa nipa ne mba ya bibi nso ba obenya biadi na won fa nipa ne mba ebo nso a ebebasiw. So let us all avoid being this kind of selfish thing, and let's give opportunity to the right people, and trust me, in as much as we have corrupt people in the system, we still have positive people now. They are legit, they have the positive mindset now. They are ready to help some of these people solve these issues. Until then, yebeko aba another moment a case will come, yebeka adebeche now the same thing will come. The few ones not beti and numerous people out there, they will just see it is just a normal talk. Until they fall to be a victim, they will never realize the importance of some of these things.
Great input there. Roland will close the show for us.
This particular sermon is titled Popular But Broke.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, no,
Obi it was Obi, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Obi sponsored Popular
But Broke. Okay.
Broke.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is a typical example of that particular statement. You see, it is one of the sad situations of music business from this part of the world. Whenever we want to speak, we always want to make comparison because that is one of the ways of which we can improve. So we would want to compare our system to the established ones. And the last time I said that in other jurisdictions, the moment you begin something, there is a system or a machinery designed to even help you automatically. So you just have to do something. You just have to do something. Do something, put it in that particular machinery, and it will help you to do it. But unfortunately, here everything is done manually. You want to belong to a collection society, you have to apply manually. You want your money to be given to you, it has to be done manually. In 2024, we are still doing manual stuff. Whilst we know the basic rules or rudiments of the game or the street that we are applying are now all automatic. Are now all automatic.
The manual things have all
manual things are all out of the system. But unfortunately, an office can get bent, then we will tell you your data is gone. Because all of them data are still on paper or sheets of paper in some files or folder which are lying in some dusty cupboard somewhere. So you want a certain data and they have to go and enter somewhere, dust some places before they will bring you your data. And it is sad like that. What the woman is preaching is one of the sad realities, especially of the veteran artists. Especially
they did not sit up, cry.
They beat that. And you see, it was right after them, of which the new age came. And the new age, I am talking about the internet age and the new ways of doing music business. So most of them were left behind. Unfortunately, most of them were still cringing to the old ways of doing stuff, what they are known for, like what they know how to do. So to them, it is just about me recording, putting it on a hard disk or maybe a cassette or on a record, and going to the market to go and sell. So even when people were preaching the new ways of distributing music, they were still cringing on to the old ways of doing it. And that is the sad reality, of which in this modern day and age, most of them were left behind. The basic thing, the basic story the woman is just preaching is not even going to the up and coming ones. For if you're an up and coming artist and you will still find yourself as a victim to some of these circumstances, then you nanga sewala, because she is actually talking to some of her colleagues and how people sometimes, the new generation, especially the media, chastise them, speak ill against them,
making them feel like they didn't know what
exactly. And that is what she's telling you, that Charlie, it wasn't entirely our fault. In fact, it is even out of our sacrifice. The fact that we were poor is what gave some people the insight for them to find ways and means of not to become like us.
You're right.
So yes, you may chastise them, Charlie. They are poor. You had all these hits, you had all these things, and you didn't do it.
Because like she was saying, like she had a hit.
Of course, like it was a monster hit, a worldwide hit. But unfortunately, it is her ignorance that will make Burna Boy sign a contract today. It is out of their ignorance for them to know, oh, I signed this, so I didn't know I signed my masters in perpetuity. I didn't know I signed my distribution to a certain agency in perpetuity. When they came to me, oh, I'll help you, I'll make your song blow. To them, the only thing was the song to blow. But as to the extended conversation of, okay, if the person wants to use your product for this, for that, for this, for that, and even when we want to resell it, who owns it? That is the kind of, your friend is saying, things that were not revealed to them, of which most of them were ignorant. So, unfortunately, most of them signed out. So, it is just another way of telling the others that it is not too late, especially her colleagues who are also veterans.
Wake up.
It is not too late.
Say, wake up.
There are things that you still own. Find the people that have in-depth knowledge of the new ways of doing music business. Let them help you, so that if not for anything, at least the little that you have, you can still make something out of it before you go. Else, it is sad, and this is the sad reality, especially for most of the veterans. So, my colleague media people, the only thing I can also advise them on is sometimes, yes, I know we know too much. Epitome of wisdom, we know it all. Modern day and age, new Gen Zs, we know how things are done. Charlie, sometimes when we are commenting on some of these people's matter, we should tone down. We should be mindful of some of the things that we say to them, because it is actually out of some of them, their ignorance. That is what makes us knowledgeable. That is what we are able to learn from. So we should, as much as we want to go at them, tell them what they should have done. Charlie, you were not part of that particular conversation, so you definitely not know how that particular circumstances made them feel. So please, my advice is to her colleagues. My advice will also be to my colleagues that let's tone down, especially when we want to chastise them and go at them in that particular manner.
This is beautiful, beautiful submissions, beautiful presentation from my pundit, Kobe Josvan at the extreme end. He's also called the nation's blogger. He's a blogger, he's a social influencer, and he operates with a tag, Kobe Josvan, on YouTube. He is there. Everywhere Kobe Josvan Day there. And Tunes Africa rather. He's also there running his thing. And the middle, Roland Amate is from Shagzy, Shut Up Movement Empire, and on YouTube he's also Roland Report and RolandReport.com on the website. Let me also say thanks to Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who did our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. You know how we do it. We do it with you. So as we have finished sharing our opinion, it is now time for you to also share yours. I've been reading some of your comments and you guys are just attacking. You guys are just attacking like that. When we also get you. You know, we don't do gaga, we do boom because the bomb you get to the top high. My name is Sammy. Subscribe to us and let's meet again some other time. We're out of here. Bye bye.